Yes, indeed. The Black Panther movie has hit $1 billion worldwide. I kind of knew it was going to make that this big of a success. I've already done two videos on Black Panther, but I just want to talk about the latecomers. Even though I'm glad to see Black Panther be successful, this movie based on a comic book that's been out for 52 years. Like, I'm glad to see this successful. But what I noticed, what I've noticed. Since we're in the trend of Black Panther and talking about Wakanda forever and all that, but I find it funny that 95 probably hold up, let me correct you, that 98% of the black people who went to go watch that movie, 98% of the people who went to go check out the viewing of Black Panther and stuff and talking about Wakanda forever. I find it funny that those a lot of those brothers and sisters never ever heard of Black Panther or Wakanda until like early last year, when the Civil War thing came out, and when they was throwing the hints around on social media, and they be like, let's go. I wonder, yeah, Black Panther. There's an African country named Wakanda. No, it's not. But like, I'm gonna check this out. And then when the movie came out, it was all Wakanda forever. I saw people like I saw a pretty ditzy, uppity, stuck up girls talking about Wakanda forever, knowing full well that they didn't know who the hell they didn't know nothing about this until they hit the big screen. And this Black Panther trend, I kind of find I'm a I I'm enthusiastic about it, but I'm also side offish about it because I thought comic books were for nerds. Comic books were for geeks. A lot of those people who went to go, not just black people, a lot of those people who went to go see that Black Panther movie never, ever, ever, ever picked up a comic book or whether it be a Black Panther or whatever. And they've never picked up a comic book, and most of them didn't even know that a Black Panther was a comic book character in the first place. They just saw the commercial and just had to go see it because it was a black superhero. Because a lot of times in the black community, we complain about black superheroes or the portrayal of blacks in the big screen and on the little screen and blah 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 blah. But I find this Black Panther I find this Black Panther trend kind of iffy because like me, I'm not really a fan of the movies. I'm a fan of the comic books. I'm a comic book fan to the heart. I've been reading comic books for 27 years going on. For 27 years, I've known about Black Panther for 26 years. So like so like to see a lot of black people in the black community that are just hip to this, it's kind of standoffish. And like I was at the bookstore the other day, and I saw some brother. He was rummaging through comics, and then I already I didn't even know the dude, not and and I already knew what comic he was looking for, even without walking up to him. And then somebody had came by and said. One of the employees came by and he said, "Excuse me, do you have any Black Panther issues?" And he said, "Well, we're all sold out." Apparently, because for the hell of it, a month ago, I went to go rummage through rummage through that same pile, and I came across 5 or 6 Black Panther back issues. And it was there, but then I checked like a few minutes before he did, and it was only one issue that they had standing. It was like the first issue from the previous Panther series that I already have. But it would just sit there. But he was looking for it. But the Black Panther trends and and the costumes and all the parties and stuff. I find it. I kind of find it flattery, and I kind of laugh at the fact that a lot of these people didn't know this was a comic book, or they didn't bother to even read about this, and or chose not to acknowledge it because reading comic books is for nerds and for geeks. But look at the sensation that it has caused overnight. Look how much money it's made in the community and worldwide. This goes to show you the power, the power that black people have, or that the present our presentation and how big of an influence and how big of an impact our influence and our image can obtain. But like I find the Black Panther latecomers kind of humorous. Now, see, if you knew about Black Panther prior to the comic books, then more power to you. But like but the latecomers, the people who are just now fascinated and astounded that they actually have a comic book based on a black character, based in an African country, and it just blows your mind. I kind of shake my head to it. I kind of wish a lot of there was more brothers and sisters who would read comic books. But like, that's saying too much because that's still considered geekish and nerdish. That's why that's one of the reasons why they made these movies in the first place for the non comic book readers, and that's basically how it is. All right, that's all I have to say about this subject.